Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rebel Chums channel. I wanted to talk about the length of lightsabers. There's a whole bunch of lengths of lightsabers. I got 3 of the lightsabers that I got in front of me. I use them the most because they're just the most convenient to use as examples. But the hilt length is really important for your own posture. How tall are you? How long are your arms? How big are your hands? And it all plays into what kind of lightsaber length you should choose for whichever task you had in mind. Now, that being said, is you don't really have to stick to any of this. You can choose your own length, of course, but in general, I would say for kids and for females and people of a more frail posture, like smaller, thinner, etc., I recommend Shotel hilts. They're smaller, easy to control, feels comfortable in the hand. And for younger people, they're lighter in weight as well, so they're definitely more easy to hold, etc. It depends on the length of the blade, which is really important, which we'll cover in a separate video. But the hilt length, yeah, choose it based on those kind of aspects. For me, I'm 1 meter 74 centimeters. I like Shoto hilts. They're really comfortable in my hands. You can see it just fits my hand perfectly fine. I'm not super big, super tall, etc. So it just fits me. Now, in the other hand of the spectrum, we have taller hilts. This is a Craflex from Corband 2.0 empty kit. You can see it's a larger hilt, good two-hander. It's between, I think, 11, no, it's between 12 and 14 inches. 12 and 13 inches, as you say. That is an average length for most custom lightsabers that you can get on the market. Um, they're just, yeah, they're sized between 11 and 13 inches. I like the smaller hilts that are 10 inches or below. They're just more comfortable in my hands. And then there's the larger stuff as well, that is like 13 inches to 16 inches. This is a Kylo Ren lightsaber from Corband as well. Unfortunately, the previous owner did some weird stuff with the Quillians, but whatever. And then I would say longer hilts are definitely more preferred for dueling, because you're gonna trust a lightsaber in a lot of different locations. You're constantly moving your grip, and having a lightsaber that adjusts with that is more convenient in my perspective. So I would say longer hilts for dueling and spinning. They just give you more grip surface, and it's just really more comfortable of a way of using the lightsaber. For kids, smaller adults, I would say somewhere between the Shoto and a good example would be the Saber Forge Apprentice line. That is a good hilt length where most of the hilts are between 11 and 12 inches. So a really good size for most people. But a lot of taller people will still consider that as a one-hander hilt. So they definitely want to be on the slightly larger sides, as in 12 to 14 inches in hilt length, to give them a bit more a feel that the lightsaber hilt fits their body length and hand size, etc. And it's really important, because if you don't have the right size hilt, that is not the right size thickness, it's too wide, too thick, or too long, or too short, you might not really enjoy it as much as you were hoping for, because you're gonna play it a lot, you're gonna wield it a lot, you're gonna yeah, you're gonna, it's the weapon is your life, right? They say in the movies, and you're gonna have it on you a lot and play with it a lot. And if it doesn't feel right, it just feels too short or too long, then you're gonna not enjoy picking it up as much as you would like, especially for younger persons that are not as strong in their arms yet, in their hands. You want to have a lightsaber that suit their body length and the weight that comes with the lightsaber. So for kids, definitely be very on par with lightsaber you choose. And I would say even for females, not all females are alike, of course, but I've seen in majority when a female gets a ultra saber, it tends to be way too big way too oversized and heavy for said person. And yeah, that's a shame. And for those kind of cases, I recommend go for a tinier hilt that is between 10 and 11 inches. Um, and I'm looking from my own perspective. I'm mostly down on the hills that are between the 9 and 11 inches. That's my sweet spot. Above it, it's already getting a bit too much for me personally. So that was my little video about lightsaber lengths. It's a really important thing if you're gonna pick your lightsaber, and it really depends on what you're gonna do with it: dueling, spinning, cosplay, or just a shelf queen. In that case, it doesn't really matter. It can be 6 foot tall. If you're just gonna display it, it doesn't really matter. So let me know in the comments what are your criteria for lightsaber length and why. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.